eyes of the college football world have descended upon this grand palace, the Superdome in New Orleans. Tonight, it's the second of our two semifinal matchups in the college football playoffs, as it'll be the Michigan State Spartans taking on the Texas Longhorns. To play in next Monday's national championship game in Miami, we are underway here in New Orleans.
Slater on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Brewer. And he gets this one in midfield before he's brought down.
A nice throw right there, Charles. And what a season this young man's had at the quarterback position. 44 touchdown passes, just the 6 interceptions. You'd have to think definitely ticketed to be one of the top picks in the draft come April.
I absolutely agree with that, and the numbers tell a good part of his story, but they don't tell everything. You got to put together the whole package, how respected he is by his teammates, what a leader he is, and that goes along with the numbers you just mentioned, and that's why he is going to be one of those top 10 picks that you suggested. Maybe one of 5 or 6 quarterbacks take it.
And this is caught inside the 5, and he will take this in for a Longhorn touchdown. A great effort there. 50 yards. And the Longhorns have taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So now after the touchdown, the Longhorns get ready to kick it off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 now for the Spartans. Throwing to start the drive. Wade. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
That's the kind of run to get to everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The first carry for the tailback, Devontae Freeman. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Wade in the gun. He finds his man, complete. It's Richards. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, Wade. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Going deep for Walker. It got his man complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll set up to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 19. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. Well, indeed, try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Call it a gain of a yard as it brings us to the end of the first half. The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw on third down, Wade. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. Freeman with a fast feet as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, You're rushing him deeper than normal, and I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime mix had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burko?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route, probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Back to throw. Wade. He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. Back now here on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the 4th. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of down.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. The tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Over the middle, complete. That's Alexander. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Throw left side, complete. That's Alexander. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So led by a collective team effort,